Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. I'm the Fusilier. So last time, we scared off a girl. Although we did get her name this time, Haneko. And now we're back to Lily and Yuko now that we got our books. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Haneko myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you see, or notice, a girl run past here? Maybe. What did she look like? Long dark hair, kind of shy. She had, well, some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Haneko, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I had better try and find her. Sure. I'll just hold on to these until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time. Right. I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. Oh, good. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing. I was just looking for some books and then she got this fit and ran off. Most offending thing I can think of was that I might have looked at her general direction a few times. Well, she is a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around her. She can be very jumpy, I think, and she's not accustomed to talking with other people. Isn't that a bit strange? I wonder. Just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. And again, maybe this is just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looks like she wants to say something to that, but resists it. I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile, and she blushes heavily. What? Did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. Guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on their desks really like doing that. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you. Oh yeah. I want some books, but I left them over there because... I'll just go get them. I fetch my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Haneko and I were sitting and return to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. I couldn't do much else. I see. But she doesn't say anything else. Just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact. Holding the library books with one arm, I trawl my pocket for the key to the door. A sudden sound from behind startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock. Who is it? I turn around to see who is talking to me. It's Kenji. Seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. It's just me. This makes him pause, and he licks his lips. nervously. Who is me? I don't know anyone called me. You some new guy again? His voice is suddenly strained and quick. Yes, but we've met before. Yesterday? I don't think so. I would remember somebody who I only met yesterday. When was that? What day is it today? I try to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove that we've met before. Where's your proof, Phoenix? You live across the hall. You're Kenji. Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with an uncomprehending fear. How do you know my name? Damn, this can only mean one of two things. Either we have met, and you are telling the truth, and I just can't remember it, or you are a spy. He pauses. A psychic spy. His eyes dart around me, trying to peek into my room, although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to manic in less than a minute. I'm not psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. Kenji points a finger in my face damningly. Unlike you. Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. Lies. If you think you could pass as Hisao because I'm legally blind, you are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance is real slim. Maybe at a distance. But who do you think you're kidding? I want to grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Exasperated, I rub my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. Stay there. Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically, although I doubt he could do much damage even if he did. Yeah, well, we're no action guy ourselves, Hisao. Oh wait, I see it now. Damn, it really is you. Sighing again, and then once again for good measure, I step backwards, just in case. What's up, man? You don't look too good, I think. Something wrong? I don't know. Just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually. Even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on the other people here. I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either. That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry about calling you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in. I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us. You see? This is how it is, this world. There is no justice. You see? Even when I lose, I win, because I didn't lose the lesson. What does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand. So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face? Oh, it's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally. Literally, too. She actually ran away from me. No, it was my fault, really, I think. I'm not really used to all this yet. Nice description. Put it nice and shady. A girl? A cute one? Cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair. But the face... I guess it could go either way. See, now this is a good example of something I don't really have to think about very hard. I mean, you know anything about Katawa Shoujo? And I mean, even if you don't, I can answer that honestly. Yeah, cute, I guess. I knew it! There are a lot of cute girls here. A strangely disproportionate amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of this school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets? Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you noticed that the number of girls in this school is slightly, but significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40. Turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad, but that is a full 20%. Wait, no, he's right. One would think that a school with such a huge pool of women would be a man's dream, but no. What I am about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? No. I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. Oh, here we go. This disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the eternal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. In the past, the buildup of a military has always been the clearest sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They are so cunning, as expected of women. Soon the day will come when... Kenji's voice trails off ominously. I just imagine Jeff Goldblum. Checkmate. That is why you can't trust them. They will string you along and then kill you, just as they killed me. You will end up just like me. Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting that out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of. So? You're not supposed to say something like that. Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy. Stop it, stop. I lost you way, way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets? No puppets. You don't like puppets, okay. Graphs are so cool though, right? Speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had him pegged as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind, dude? Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an unsane world. That is my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. It would invalidate that whole last part, and that part is kind of important. There can be only one, like in that foreign movie where there could only be one. And in the end, there's only one dude left because that was the point. They made sequels where it turned out the prize was... I have never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Impressive. Anyway, if you wait here, I can get my graphs. I also have a list of the other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds, as tangled as... quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. Gonna go to bed now. It's extremely late. That doesn't sound like an analogy, but whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later. Clasps me on the back and then vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly it's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked through it like it was Ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. Takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks. It feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. This school is like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. It just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anyone else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Though I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off. The words are left echoing off the empty walls. Guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place really is more a school and less a hospital pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. Every time I affect an accent, I worry that the narration is going to start I worry that Kenji's going to start narrating things, which is really terrifying. Nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. And with that, another day passes. Our first full day, Yamaku Academy. Heck of a day. I get the feeling we're only getting started. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. Already looks like today's gonna be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. Wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat. No one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There is no escape." Hee-chan! It looks like we're together again! Yay! Yay! See, I like this. I like that they actively put forth the effort rather than waiting for you to go to them. Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Another flanking attack. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly. What's wrong, Hee-chan? Oh, Hee-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hee-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right. So happy you two were able to have a laugh at my expense. And even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be, and yet won't stop. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at this stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only 2 problems. I almost want to say something about her rush to get started. Seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who, Hee-chan? Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hee-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hee-chan. Why not? Shi-chan wouldn't get along with her. Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but it still has that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says. Just because, Hee-chan! By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this entire time. What, Shi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say that. You said it anyway. I know, Hee-chan. It's fine if you overhear. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Seems reasonable. But that attitude, that's the part that is important here, Hisao. Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hee-chan. No, wait, go back to why the one thing we want to know. We finished with time to spare, and I decide to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeterias. Frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sent Shizune and Misha arguing amongst themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have the time to go all the way there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over the shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Damn it. Decisions. This is how the game knows what you want. This is very clearly the I don't like people option. Or maybe it's like, I don't like these choices, please shoot me to the next buffer, but don't know how many of those there will be. Damn it, this is pretty clear. I know what people are gonna say. Like I said though, I'll make this clear again, we're doing all the routes. Every single one. Going all the way here. With Analog and Hate Plus, it's the same story, but you just have, like I said, you have different companions with you. Now that does change a lot of things, but with this one, each brute has a story of their own, so I feel like it's just different. Damn it. Definitely not that. At least not now. We're exploring all the routes, maybe. What would I do? There was someone alone. I don't know why she's keeping to herself. I don't like the vibe I'm getting, though. The fact that the teacher doesn't notice that she comes in and out like that. The fact the friend of my enemy doesn't sit right with me. Although approaching her is probably just gonna scare her off again. Let's keep talking with them. Zuna and Misha are still arguing about their choice for lunch place. Incomprehensible for a pair of high school students who have to take a taxi at least to make it downtown and back in time. Haven't you finished already? Oh, sorry, Hee-chan. Were you waiting for us? You don't have any plans? Plans? For lunch? Well, I don't, so I thought I could hang with you guys. Misha smiles victoriously at my lack of plans, and excitedly translates my response to Shizune. I mean, they did approach us before anyone else said anything. If you don't have anything specific planned out, do you want to eat lunch with me and Shi-chan? Ah, we're gonna go to town for lunch, though. Don't worry, Hee-chan, it's not that far. Sure, I'll come with you. And with that, we leave the classroom. Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. Ah! Motherfuck! Oh, hello. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does. They are not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Aw, man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She's looking really apologetic, in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spot. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. I remember hearing something about a sudden concussion to the chest. I've only heard concussions about the head, but that's what you call it when, like... Yeah, don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stared at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my hearts. I think that's the exact kind of word. No need. I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time. But it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay. Said I was fine and nothing's broken. No harm done. That's good. I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time the girl's eyes widen in horror. Wait, go back. Go back. Wait, what? I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time the girl's eyes widen in horror, and whatever she was saying gets interrupted by a very horrified... There we go. Eep! Yep. I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune is already shoving me aside and stomping over to the girl, signing furiously at her. Miss Ibarazaki, I saw that. Running in the halls is strictly forbidden. Misha translates right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of the divine fury Shizune's arm movements would seem to call for. Sorry, I was just gonna go get some stuff, and I was in kind of a hurry. You've been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students, and even worse, it's explicitly against the school regulations. That's what's important here. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. So cute, I find myself smiling. She is tiny. Lily would probably be about here. I don't know if the portraits are to scale. I know that. I was just... Make sure that this will not happen again. Although I'm sure telling you this is futile, and will only cause me further headache when you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Emmy? Small girl sticks her tongue out in response. I gotta go. Teacher'll have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change and everything. Before Misha or Shizune or I can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway down the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to go nuclear on the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down. Are you okay, Hee-chan? That Ibarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others. You know, I'm pretty certain Shizune wouldn't call me Hee-chan. Never mind, never mind. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay. Just got the wind knocked out of me. That's great, Hee-chan. Wouldn't call that great, but I let it slide this one time. So, let's hurry, Hee-chan, to have lunch. We promise, it'll be great. I'll take your word for it. What kind of a place is it? Restaurant or something? It's a tea house, Hee-chan. Tea house? Sounds kind of fancy. Why are you looking at your wallet, Hee-chan? It's okay. If you don't have any money, we'll cover for you. It's really nice of you. Thanks. It's okay, Hee-chan. After all, we're friends, right, Hee-chan? It's only been 3 days. Are we really friends that quickly? That's up to you, buddy. Hearing that makes me happy. It's only for today, though, and only if you accept right now. Do you want to go, Hee-chan? I start wondering if this is some kind of trap. Is this Misha's suggestion or Shizune's? This is important. I'm still a little apprehensive about the possible motives of a girl whose favorite pastime is the game of world domination. I'm just being paranoid. Actually, they have grown on me already. I do have to go to town sometime. So why not now with them? Never actually been to a tea house before. All my expectations are from what I've seen about them on TV. Those are period dramas, and these are modern times. Might just be a regular cafe. And they're just calling it a tea house. Either way, I'm curious about that too, which is another reason for me to join them. Sure. That's great, Hee-chan! That's great! That's great! Yay! Misha hops up and down briefly to show how happy she is. Causes a few heads to turn towards us. Shizune offers for a polite, tiny clap that lasts for all of 2 seconds before she goes back to looking stoic as usual. I love the contrast here. Would it kill you to be a little happier, Shizune? Oh, I wasn't aware that Hee-chan was a king. Shizune pushes her glasses up as Misha delivers her message totally without sarcasm. I guess it would sting more if she could say it with the intent Shizune meant behind it. So for once, I'm happy to have Misha as a barrier between us. It is tough to scold people when your only mouthpiece is like the most friendly, fluffy person. I'm not telling you to jump for joy just because I'm having lunch with you. I'm not that arrogant. She seems to accept this, and we head for town with Shizune leading the way. I was waiting for the scene change. Watching her walk in front of me, I noticed that she walks very quickly, taking long, heavy, determined strides. Next time on Let's Play Katawa Shoujo, we're heading into town with Shizune and Misha to the tea house. See how that goes? I think choices have been made, but we'll see. I think there's still a lot of prologue to go too. This is a long game, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying. I'm the Fusilier, and I'll see you next time.